Everybody has the same opportunity. We gotta help each other. We gotta pull on each other. We gotta push each other. We gotta challenge each other. What are some ways that you could give somebody advice of, like, say they do feel that way. They are at a point where they're like, well, I don't know what to do next, but I have a license, or I'm thinking about getting licensed, but I don't know like anything about products, anything about insurance, anything about these carriers, whatever it may be. What is like some advice that you could give to these people?
For those that are like starting and feels like a lot, you gotta learn a lot at once. The best advice I ever was given was, when you start to feel angry, overwhelmed, and all those feelings in between, don't get mad, get creative. And when you can look at things from that point of view, um, creativity is going to birth something that if you feel like you can't get past something, somebody else is going to be in your exact shoes, and the creativity that you're gonna experience, to overcome whatever that may be, because it's all temporary. Same way success comes, same way failure goes. You know what I mean? It all comes and goes. And when you can get creative with whatever you're going through and create a solution that helps you personally, somebody else is going to go through that exact same thing, and you're going to be able to help them. But it's very selfish for somebody to go through a hard time and quit, because at the end of the day, think about how many people you could have helped, that are going to come across that same exact thing. And by you quitting, you not only let yourself down, but you let down all the people you could have impacted.
Absolutely. I think about that every single day. Like, if Kev quit, none of his guys would be here. If I quit, nobody would be here. And it's like, if you don't get creative to solve what you're experiencing, you're never going to get the joy of being able to help somebody get through what they experience that's similar to what you overcame. And that's what I understood. Is like, anytime that I was faced with something difficult, I was like, number one, it's a chance for me to show, like, to prove to myself that, like, I'm cut out for this. Number two, it's a chance for me to learn how to navigate it, to be able to turn around and teach people how to navigate it. And one thing that I see in just in sales in general is, when it gets difficult, you'll see people disqualify themselves for the work. Like, hey, I'm not cut out for it. Or, hey, I can't do that. Or, hey, that's a 10-year-old lead, I can't dial that. Where me and Kev, we were the complete opposite. We're like, 10-year-old, it's a lead. Like, let's just call it 10-year-old lead. Okay, my skill set's not there. Let's create a skill set to be able to close that type of lead. And that's what I understood. Is like, if there's an opportunity, but I don't have the skill set for it yet, why don't I just go and create the skill set to be able to flourish in that opportunity? What are some, I mean, shoot, you remember it, Kev probably wrote 40 grand a month. When was it? Like 2 years ago. And he didn't even pick up the phone. He was just texting the clients, and they were 10-year-old leads.
Yeah, I think because there's always a way, and I think that's what's the people that do this business, they do it at a high level. It doesn't matter what's thrown at them, they just get it done. Going back to the problems thing that you were talking about, like, everyone always builds these problems up in their head about what they're dealing in the business to be these astronomical things. And when you realize it, like, you start attacking it, you just move, you move, have some action towards it, you realize it's not even a real big problem, and it goes away just like that. But I think that's like, when you came into the business, you had so much success right away because it wasn't, you weren't fixated on like, hey, what are all these products? What are all these leads? It was like, hey, here's leads, I'm going to call them. And I think that's what we did well when we came in. Someone gave us a script. They said, hey, here's 8 pages, memorize it. Okay, check. Okay, well, here's 40 leads that are 800 years old. Just call these until you have some success. Okay, check. And it was like, the results never really freaking mattered to us. It was like, hey, this is what we need to do. We're just going to continue to put our head down and move forward. And it's always going to work out. I think that's huge. That was one thing that was really big for you, especially coming in, is like, like you saw this business, you understood what you could do here. And it was like, I'm going to go all in. I think that's a testament to like what you're doing on the football field too.
Yeah. I think what helped me a lot, I read this book right before I like came out and met everybody in Arizona. It was called The Way of the Superior Man. And in the book, it talks about, to really reach, the best version of yourself, whether it's business, personal life, whatever it may be, is identifying exactly what you're not good at right now. Being very true to yourself, having a vision of where you want to be, but if you can't be honest with yourself and where your circumstances clearly are, then you'll never be able to take the first step of adjusting that. And a lot of people typically, they look at themselves bigger than what they are. And that's good, when from a goal standpoint, but if you really want to make change and grow in something, you have to be brutally honest with yourself. And I was like, I told myself that when I came into the business, I was like, I have no idea anything about life insurance. I have no idea about what these products are, how to write an application, how to do any of this stuff. And I realized, like, if I can be honest with myself in this regard, that means I have a lot of work to do. And that made me okay with putting in, all the hours, the dials, without, having an expectation of it happening right away. And it worked out a lot faster than I expected, if I'm being honest with you. But that just came from being brutally honest with myself. Like, I'm not good at this right now, and it's going to require a lot for me to get good at this, no matter when it does happen. But I know it will.
Outside of the insurance space, because obviously this is all brand new, you didn't know anything. When you were reading that,